Land and sea breezes. Have you ever wondered why it's easier to fly a kite on the beach than in your own backyard? Well, it's simple. It all starts with the heating and cooling of the land and sea and the different breezes this creates. Let's begin by reviewing some quick facts about surface temperature and air pressure. Warm air rises because it's less dense than cool air. When the air over a region is warm, it expands and rises, and the region is said to have low pressure. Cool air is denser than warm air, so it sinks. When the air over a region is relatively cool, it condenses and sinks, and the region is said to have high pressure. Air masses always move from areas of high pressure to areas of low pressure. Let's look at how temperature differences between the land and the sea lead to important breezes in coastal areas. During the night, the land cools rapidly. The water does not cool down as fast and remains warmer than the land. When this happens, low pressure forms over the surface of the ocean, while high pressure forms over the cooler land surfaces. Because air flows from high to low pressure, wind flows from the land to the sea and creates what is called a land breeze. Such is similar when a sea breeze is created. During the day, the land surface is much warmer than the oceans. This causes low pressure to form over the land and high pressure over the sea. Remember, air flows from high to low pressure. This causes air to move from the sea onshore to land. When this air is forced to flow onshore, a sea breeze is created. Often, clouds form slightly inland of the shore when a sea breeze is present. Land and sea breezes will be stronger when there is a larger temperature difference between the land and the sea. Temperature differences between land and ocean can be large in the mid-latitudes. So land and sea breezes tend to be larger here than in the tropics. Land and sea breezes occur all over the world every day. These winds not only provide gentle breezes along the beach, but they also help to moderate the climate in coastal regions. They are not limited to areas bordered by oceans, but can occur along bays and lakes as well. Let's look at a few examples. In the United States, land and sea breezes are observed in countless locations along the Pacific, Gulf, and Atlantic coast. In Florida, afternoon sea breezes from the Atlantic Ocean and Gulf of Mexico provide relief from warm temperatures and tend to produce clouds slightly inland from the shore. These clouds often develop into strong thunderstorms that produce brief, heavy downpours along the Florida Peninsula in the summer. Coastal cities in Europe also experience the effects of land and sea breezes, such as Sorrento, Italy. During the summer, Sorrento experiences relatively cool daytime temperatures, unlike communities further inland that can be noticeably warmer. The moderated coastal temperatures caused by land and sea breezes help attract tourists and residents to coastal regions during the summer. The cooler temperatures and constant breezes provide ideal conditions for flying kites and other forms of recreation and relaxation. The constant breezes are what make it easier to fly kites along the beach. So, now that we know what land and sea breezes are, can you determine which would exist in this situation? Imagine taking a trip to the Rehoboth Beach, Delaware area with friends and family to escape the heat on a hot summer day. Let's say the temperature along the boardwalk that day measured 100 degrees, but the ocean was relatively cool at 82 degrees. While playing in the sand, you suddenly experienced a cool, refreshing breeze and began to notice small cumulus clouds forming inland. Would you be experiencing a land breeze or a sea breeze? If you said sea breeze, then you are correct. Air would be moving from the cooler ocean inland, creating a sea breeze. So, let's review what we've learned. A sea breeze is a cool wind that blows from the ocean inland toward the land during the day. A land breeze is a wind that blows from the land towards the ocean. This breeze occurs most often at night. Both are caused by temperature differences between the ocean and land during the day and night. Land and sea breezes help to moderate temperatures along the coast. So, the next time you notice a breeze while along the beach, impress your friends and family by telling them which breeze is happening and why.